All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing. But now let's talk about Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is making some strides across the crypto space that is causing some people to take notice. If we're looking at Bitcoin SV as well, up 60%. Does this ring a bell? Something similar happened earlier. About 6 months back, we saw Bitcoin Cash absolutely exploding, and as well as Bitcoin SV. If you do not know what these two are, these are fork of Bitcoin. And is this a surprise to any one of us? We are seeing, New Year coming up literally in about 3 days, and we know what's highly anticipated in the new year. A lot of speculation going on, a lot of rumors flying around that the ETF for Bitcoin is going to be officially approved, the spot Bitcoin ETF, which is highly anticipated. So we're seeing Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV especially exploding. So what exactly is the case? And I'm going to share my personal thoughts with you guys. If you are new, welcome to the channel. If you've been here, you guys know, my overall thoughts on this entire situation regarding Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV and where I think this is going and how, the institutions are marketing this. So let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. But before we get into it, guys, as always, just want to give you guys a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So looking at the price, currently sitting at $272.51. We're up 13% over the past 24 hours in USD comparative. It's also up 12% in Bitcoin comparative over the past 24 hours. We're looking at its market cap, above $5 billion once again, currently sitting at 5.3 billion to be exact. And the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at almost $700 million, which is really nice to see, to be quite frank with you guys. But let's take a step further and see what is happening. So, Shane Block really kind of goes over something interesting. So you guys can see Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, a fund holding 300K Bitcoin Cash, reach a record 2-year high of 588 per BCH. Thereas fresh money being injected into BCH, the like we have not seen in over 2 years. And speaking about fresh money being injected into Bitcoin Cash and even Bitcoin SV, I think this has already been happening. You saw this rally back on June. This was caused. Very confident. Again, we don't really know for sure, but I'm very confident that this was big institutional money flowing into Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin SV as well. And you can pretty much see, we saw literally, let's kind of go back down memory lane. It was trading at $103. We saw 218% move. So we saw, you could say, about $3 billion flow into Bitcoin Cash in a matter of 2 days. And that speaks for itself. You can't convince me that this is just a small retail picking it up, maybe a massive whale, but we've seen the likes of Tim Draper even speaking about Bitcoin Cash, mentioning it, and these guys are ahead of the curve. And my personal prediction is that there could potentially be an ETF for Bitcoin Cash as well as Bitcoin SV. And these ETFs are not going to stop. I think it's not just going to be Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're going to see an opportunity out there. And I've mentioned to you guys this countless of times. Bitcoin Cash, in terms of marketing it, it's so much easier. And not only that, this can bring in a lot of attention from new investors that look at Bitcoin sitting at, what is Bitcoin sitting at? $43,000. And when they look at Bitcoin Cash, they're like, hold on. $272 for one $43,000 for one Bitcoin, and $272 for one full Bitcoin Cash. This is going to bring in a lot of attention, and I think institutions are seeing the potential because very similar in terms of circulation supply. You guys could pretty much see this for yourself, and they are somewhat interconnected. If you do not know, it's, of course, Bitcoin Cash is a hard fork of BTC. So quite interesting. Again, my speculation. I would love to know your thoughts down below in the comments. It's always nice to see what other people think. But what we're seeing happening is the way this price pumped up. I am so impressed that the way Bitcoin Cash held, because when this was happening, there were comments coming in that this is a pump and dump. If this was indeed a pump and dump, we would have seen the price go literally all the way back down where it started, but it pretty much stood within this range. And you guys can see this for yourself. This resistance, key resistance, $260 was retested back in October, as well as back in December of course, this month on the 8th. But we saw two rejections, and finally today, thanks to Bitcoin dominance pulling down and BTC pushing towards the upside, this is a dream for crypto investors. We're seeing Bitcoin Cash finally breaking out. And again, not a coincidence, it's not shocking me right now. Maybe some investors are picking up Bitcoin Cash because obviously we're approaching the New Year's, and speculation whether or not we're going to see some huge news coming out of it. So it could be something along those lines, and maybe there is something going behind the scenes that we do not know of. But the way Bitcoin Cash is holding right now is beautiful, and now it's really important to see the price actually hold above this resistance. This resistance, of course, now it's not a resistance, it has turned into support at $260.20. If it's able to stay above here, I think there is a strong chance that we are going to see a new yearly high for Bitcoin Cash, which is an additional 22.58%. Is that possible for us to see before the year comes to an end? I think it is possible, because we still have 3 days left before the year comes to an end. And as you know, in crypto, anything is possible. Things can happen in a snap of a finger. So really nice to see. Main resistance pretty much for Bitcoin Cash right now is at this $385. Very key resistance, because if that is able to break, we're looking at something that could potentially get crazy for the price of Bitcoin Cash. So quite interesting to see, but at the same time, we are seeing the entire market pumping. But of course the entire market is pumping, but let's not forget that Bitcoin SV and BCH are also up quite together. So I want to know from you guys in the comments what you guys think is happening, and if you are holding Bitcoin Cash, what excites you the most, and do you agree with my overall take, or do you think something else? I want to know from you guys in the comments. And yeah, also let me know if you guys want to see some other updates such as Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Cash updates, other projects. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you're new and have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe in the comments. Well, not in the comments, by hitting that red subscribe button. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.